Football season is finally here. We're going to talk today about your tailgating food. Stick with us and we're going to score a touchdown. Hi, I am Dianna Howell with the Howell Group at Keller Williams. Today we're going to talk about getting your tailgating foods together. This is the great time of the year that we're all out tailgating and enjoying our favorite teams and rooting them to victory. Today we're going to make hot ham and cheese sandwiches, which is a great crowd pleaser. My family and kids love this sandwich. It's very easy to make, so even if you're not a cook, you can whip this up in no time and they're going to love it. So what we're going to do first is we're going to make a sauce. We need a stick of butter, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, a tablespoon of dried onion, a tablespoon of poppy seed, a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and then for our filling in our sandwiches, we're going to use King Hawaiian bread, Black Forest ham, and Kobe cheese. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put our stick of butter in. We're going to let that melt. We're going to add our brown sugar, our Dijon mustard, our dried onion, our poppy seed, and a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. That's going to give it a nice little kick. While this is melting over here, it won't take but a second. We're just going to stir it up real good. That brown sugar is going to give it some great sweetness, and then you've got that vinegar and the mustard that's going to counterbalance. Alright, so while that is melting, we're going to take our Hawaiian bread, and we're just going to take our knife. We're going to cut this in half. I tell you what, I've got a great knife when cutting bread, and it's a sear knife, and I'll show you. See the little edges on there? That is great for slicing through bread and your tomatoes. Alright, so we're going to take our bread and we're going to put our bottom right in here. And this is almost ready. It takes no time to, if you have your butter room temperature, it'll take no time to melt. And look, we've got that ready, just like that. All right, I'm gonna cut this off. And I've got my pastry brush. So we're going to just put some of our sauce on our bread. You know, this is also a great snack for the kids when they come in from school or even before they go to bed at night. Homecoming's coming up, and if you're having all the teenagers at your house after homecoming dance, this would be a great dish to serve them. And you just take your ham, and we've got about a pound of sliced ham, and we're just going to layer this ham across the sandwiches nice and even. Just going to get it in there nice and thick. So when you're in Alabama, you typically have to pick 1 or 2 teams, and that is Alabama or Auburn. So the SEC is huge in the South, and so everything is around football when Saturday hits. And I'm just going to keep layering this black ham, get it on there. It's nice and thick, so these are going to be some really great thick sandwiches. So if you've got a huge party that you're cooking for or making these sandwiches for, use a sheet tray. One package of the Hawaiian bread has 12 rolls in it. So if you need more, just, it would probably take 3 packages to do a sheet pan. And that way you could just cover them with tin foil and take them with you to the tailgate. All right, so then once we've got our ham on here, we're gonna take our cheese and we're gonna put a good layer of cheese on here. So it's gonna melt nicely. I think that'll just about do it. And so after we've got our cheese on there, we're gonna come back with our bread. We're gonna just kind of pat it down lightly. Don't smush the bread too much. And then you're gonna come back with your sauce. You're gonna brush the top. Now I have preheated my oven to 350 degrees. So I'm gonna let these cook for 10 minutes at 350 degrees. I'm gonna take them out and I'm gonna brush them again one more time. I'm gonna put them back in the oven and let them cook for another 10 minutes and they're gonna be ready. So stay tuned. So it's been 10 minutes and I'm gonna take my sandwiches out and I'm going to put one more layer of my sauce. Don't those look good? Look at there. So if your family is not wild about ham, another twist on this sandwich is the Hawaiian chicken. So, and that would be so easy to do. You could just go get a rotisserie chicken and you shred the meat off of that chicken, buy you a can of crushed pineapple juice, 2 tablespoons of your favorite barbecue sauce. So instead of using brown sugar when you mix up your sauce, you're actually going to, let me just put my timer on so I don't forget. Okay. So instead of using the brown sugar in your sauce, you're going to use 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce and add a little bit of the juice from crushed pineapple, and you're going to mix that up, and then you can still serve with your favorite cheese, and you're going to put your sandwiches together the same as we just did our ham and cheese sandwiches. So that's a different twist. If you want 2 different ones, that'll be great. Now they're ready. I'll pull them out of the oven. Whew. They look really good. Nice and hot. All that cheese is melted. Let's see if we can slice into this. So while they're hot, you can just go ahead and take your knife and just cut them into individual sandwiches. Ooh, that cheese. Pretty. All the cheese and the ham. Your family's gonna love it. And here at the Howell house, my family, and they're hot, loves their ham and cheese sandwiches with some freshly made macaroni and cheese. To get this recipe, just look in the description below. We have posted this recipe. We post new videos every Wednesday. The holidays are just around the corner, so we will be doing a lot of exciting things, and we will see you next Wednesday.